I hit ground first.
Oh, okay.
Like I brought him on top of me, like a suplex type.
You're hitting the ground and he goes next.
Yeah.
Picture this. A police officer leaves the humid streets of Louisiana and lands in the icy, remote city of Juneau, Alaska, nearly 4,000 miles away. But just months into his new job, a routine call turns into a brutal moment caught on camera.
Don't
do that. Don't do that.
Turn around. You're going to jail too.
For what?
Put your hands behind your back.
That shocks an entire community, sparks protest, and forces the city to take action and release the body cam and dash cam footage.
Walking now, huh?
This is a story of trust broken and a community demanding answers. Why did this officer flee Louisiana for Alaska? What really happened, and what is going to happen now to this formerly Louisiana police officer? This story is wild. Let's go through it.
You have any more smelling salts?
No, that's my last ones.
It's July 30th, 2025, just before 8 p.m. in Juneau, Alaska, outside the Douglas Public Library. The evening is calm until the police get a call about a disturbance. A 47-year-old woman, Marissa Didrikson, is causing a scene, throwing water in the face of a 52-year-old man who was sitting on a park bench, and she was hurling racial slurs saying that he didn't belong in Juneau. One officer from the Juneau Police Department arrives.
Hello. Officer Allen, Juneau Police. Just want to make sure you're all right. Someone said something.
I'm all right. She just grabbed my things. That's her right there.
Do you know who she
That's
is?
her right there.
Do you know
I
who
don't
she
know
is?
who she is. That's her right there.
I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her.
He acts calm and professional. He interviews witnesses. He does his best to figure out what happened.
Hello. Yeah, Officer Allen, what's going on tonight?
I don't know.
You just threw water in my face.
No.
You grabbed my things and just smushed my food.
I'll talk to her and I'll talk to you too.
No. I think he's violent. I think I didn't do anything. No, I did not.
People said that you were throwing things at people.
No.
What? She wasn't with you. You weren't here.
What?
Have you ever met him before?
I just bought my food.
Okay, so you bought food. You're
Yeah.
pointing to the gas station.
And I put it here.
Okay, you put it there,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
She came walking up.
Okay.
Across the street. She came walking over.
Okay.
And she walked over here and she sat down.
Okay.
My food was here. I was
Right.
smoking right here.
Right.
She came and she sat down right next to my food.
Where your food was? Okay.
Okay. I went to come retrieve my food because she started just talking to the air.
Okay.
I reached for my food. She grabbed my bag and told me, "Get off this, bitch. This is mine."
Okay.
She ripped my bag.
Your grocery bag back here. Okay. All right.
And then she threw the water in my face.
And
Okay.
was it a water bottle or a cup
No,
of
it's
water?
the cup that she has
Okay.
right there.
All right.
That's
And,
assault.
okay. And then what happened after that?
Isn't that enough?
Well, I still want to finish the story. So
Okay.
she threw the water in your face, and then what happened?
Okay. We had to tussle for the bag.
Okay. Your bag.
Then she started insulting me.
Okay.
She walked away from me. I told her to get away from me.
Okay.
She got into the street. She's walking. That's when people that were going inside of Louis.
Okay.
There was a woman with a child here. She was telling the child, "Come here, come here."
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then a woman who was walking with dogs. She's the one who called the police, who
Okay.
described me as an African American male.
Okay.
Then the bus came and you came. The
Okay.
end.
Do you want to press charges on her?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
She got to learn. Press charges.
Okay.
All of it.
Hi, Miss. Are you the one who called us
Yes,
today?
sir. I watched it from there in the corner.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
I heard the person in the gray sweatshirt with the white jeans, with the blue jeans, was screaming and yelling at this man who was sitting there. And then she was in the middle of the street, like that. That's what
Okay.
she was, and yelling. People from the bar also could hear.
Okay.
Then she came at him from across and charged him. And I couldn't see what she threw, but she did something.
And ultimately, he begins to arrest Didrikson for disorderly conduct.
At this time, you're placed under arrest. So can you stand up for me, please?
No.
Yes, stand up
No.
for me. You're under
You're
arrest.
not going to touch me.
Yeah.
Stop.
You're under arrest.
Ouch.
Stand
Ouch.
up. Stand up.
Ouch.
Stand up.
Really?
Yeah.
She's handcuffed and led to a patrol car, but things are about to take a dramatic turn. Enter Brandon LeBlanc, a probationary police officer who had moved to Juneau, Alaska just last fall. LeBlanc, with 17 years of law enforcement experience, isn't the lead officer on this call. He arrives about 11 minutes after his colleague. As Didrikson is being arrested, her male companion, a 49-year-old local man named Christopher Williams Jr., steps in. He's upset. He's following the officers and complaining about Didrikson's arrest.
No more. Hey, you need to knock it off.
No, sir.
You see this? Yeah.
Didrikson sort of eggs him on, yelling for Williams to, quote, take care of the man that she was previously harassing.
Can you
Take
just stand
care
over
of
here for
him.
me? Can you stand over? Can you stand over here for me?
Take care of him.
Tensions rise, and LeBlanc then steps in and sort of takes charge of Williams. LeBlanc confronts Williams, ordering him to walk away.
Take care of him.
Take care of him.
Go before you go to jail too.
When Williams doesn't comply and then approaches him in what LeBlanc called an aggressive manner, LeBlanc tells him to put his hands behind his back.
Wait,
Don't
what?
do that.
What?
Don't do that.
Turn around. You're going to jail too.
For what?
Put your hands behind your back.
And what happens next is caught on both a bystander's cell phone and also police body cams and dash cams. LeBlanc grabs Williams, pins him against a patrol car.
I'm not going to tell you again. You about to get slammed. Put your hands behind your back.
I was walking.
Put your hands behind your back right now.
I was walking.
And then, in a sudden move, drops down and flips Williams over his head in what LeBlanc later calls a suplex-type maneuver, slamming Williams onto the concrete sidewalk headfirst.
Right now. Walking now, huh? What I told you.
231 out of vehicle, please.
Roll on the side.
Go ahead. Lima, Papa Alpha 180.
Alpha Medical.
You can actually hear the thud of Williams's head hitting the pavement. Williams just lies there, motionless, unconscious.
Can I have a medical for one unconscious hit the ground?
And that's how he would remain throughout the end of the video footage. This is a clear-cut Fourth Amendment violation because it was a use of excessive force. I take no issue with the officer arresting Mr. Williams. I agree that he was non-compliant, and I also agree that he did take an aggressive stance towards the officer and instead approached him like that rather than walking away as he was directed. The problem came when he decided to, in his own words, suplex this guy, grabbing him, bending over backwards, and slamming the guy's head into the concrete, a substantial use of force that could seriously injure or kill somebody. That's the sort of injury that can change somebody's life forever. And for what? Courts evaluate excessive force looking at the Graham factors. One, severity of the crime at issue. Secondly, whether or not there was any immediate safety threat. And third, whether the suspect was actively resisting arrest or attempting to evade. This comes down to the fact that it was a trivial matter, and while the guy did offer some level of resistance, there was no serious immediate safety threat that required such a violent and dangerous use of force. Basically, yet another example of a police officer losing his temper and using way too high level of force on somebody in response to a very low, undangerous level of resistance, especially given the disparity in size of the police officer versus the subject.
What's his status? Is he still
He's breathing.
As they wait on EMS to arrive, we don't observe the officers rendering any medical aid whatsoever, but they do go get some smelling salts. And not surprisingly, that does not work because this man has been severely injured.
Yeah. That'll probably work.
Thank you. They're gonna take him in. So what's that?
You have any more smelling salts?
No, that's my last ones.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they'll take him in, just as precautionary. So we'll probably go ahead and uncuff him for now, They're gonna take him.
Yeah.
Do you know what part of the head hit the ground?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
So when I looked over, you guys were flat, so I didn't know if you hit face more if it was on the side or not.
No, like, so I had his one arm here, and he had his other one braced on there.
I'm not seeing any bleeding or
No,
anything.
no. Well, I hit ground first.
Oh, okay.
Like I brought him on top of me, like a suplex type.
So he would have hit the ground from,
His side, if anything.
but you went down, you're hitting the ground, and he goes next.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the hospital.
But we got a pretty good head wound now, so we're gonna have to check that out, okay? Can I help,
Yeah, he's
can I
gonna
help
be
you
in
up and
custody, so
lay
I'll
on the
follow
bed?
y'all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want to put him in cuffs or no?
Williams is eventually rushed to the Bartlett Regional Hospital in Juneau, but his injuries are so severe, a fractured collarbone, a dislocated shoulder and thumb, and serious head trauma with bruising and open wounds, that he's medevaced to Anchorage, Alaska, and then eventually to Seattle for emergency medical treatment. Doctors even had to drill into his skull to relieve pressure from the bleeding. The community was stunned, and the video that was posted online by a witness went viral, igniting outrage around Juneau. By August 1st, the Juneau Police Department places LeBlanc on paid administrative leave, and they request an independent investigation by an external agency with the Alaska Office of Special Prosecutions. The city manager issues a statement acknowledging the deep community concern and promising transparency. The Central Council of Tlingit and Haida Indian tribes, noting that Williams is a tribal citizen, calls for a full investigation into the incident and the department. Protests then erupted with around 100 people gathering outside the police station. On August 14th, the department named Brandon LeBlanc as the officer involved, revealing his Louisiana background and potentially a troubling past. A Louisiana police officer named Brandon LeBlanc, believed to be the same guy, was sued for excessive force and battery after allegedly breaking a man's jaw and tasing him during an arrest. This actually led to a Fifth Circuit opinion on the topic of excessive force, which I will link below. When the community found out that their local department was basically the one that was way off somewhere that would hire people like this, perhaps that have nowhere else to go, they were even more outraged. Then on August 28th, just one day before the city was already required to release the body cam footage as per a new ordinance, guess what happened? Brandon LeBlanc resigned. The footage, released on August 29th, confirmed the brutal scene from multiple angles, showing LeBlanc's actions and the devastating physical impact that occurred on Williams. Chief Derek Boss of the Juneau Police Department admits that the incident was not consistent with department policy or values, and the city announced plans for cultural sensitivity training and community dialogue with the Tlingit and Haida tribes. So why did Brandon LeBlanc leave Louisiana for Juneau, Alaska, of all places? Well, we don't have a clear answer, as neither LeBlanc nor the Juneau Police Department has publicly explained the relocation. Some speculate that it was a fresh start after his excessive force lawsuit in Louisiana, which may have left basically a black mark on his career. Juneau, a small, isolated capital city with a tight-knit community, might have seemed like a quieter gig for this 17-year veteran law enforcement officer. So as of now, September 3rd of 2025, LeBlanc is no longer with the Juneau Police Department, having resigned before the independent investigation concluded. That investigation is still ongoing, and the Alaska Office of Special Prosecutions will determine if his use of force was justified or if charges are warranted. Williams is still recovering in Anchorage and faces a long road of rehabilitation. His family says that he's not quite out of the woods yet, and they plan a lawsuit against the department. And meanwhile, the city is grappling with a broader review of policing practices, with the chief vowing to rebuild trust with the community through transparency, training, and community engagement. So what do you think? Was LeBlanc's resignation enough, or should more have been done? Should the city of Juneau be hiring police officers from Louisiana with a checkered past? And when police officers want to move from places like Louisiana, shouldn't they look a little more closely and vet those individuals? Let me know in a comment below. And remember, the more that this footage continues to go viral, the more of a spotlight is placed on the government officials involved, and the more likely it is, in my opinion, that there's going to be any accountability in regards to this officer at all. If nothing is done, he pops up down the road somewhere else, just like the last video that I did. If I hear anything else, I will do an update, and you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on Twitter at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.